Welcome back to The Verdict. On today's episode, we'll be reviewing some thrilling films. Stick around. Hi everyone, my name is Mo, and today I'm joined by my co-hosts Hugh and Clark. And today we're talking some thrillers. I'm pretty excited. It's a calm intro, but guess what? It's not a calm. We don't have very calm movies.
Not at all.
No. Very enticing, suspenseful movies. Not exactly horror, but definitely gives you the vibe of, hey, this might be scary. So we're going to talk first about my movie. The movie I chose was American Psycho, and it came out in 2000. The movie stars Christian Bale, William Dafoe, and Jared Leto. Let's watch the trailer.
New card. What do you think?
Oh, very nice.
There's something sweet about you.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane? So, wasn't Rothschild originally handling the Fisher account? How'd you get it?
Well, I could tell you that, but then I'd have to kill you.
When you get out.
All right, guys. Hey, y'all saw the trailer? Let's talk about what you thought. I'll give you my thoughts in a minute. Let's go with you guys first.
What a movie. So this is sort of like that movie that everybody watches in high school that's interested in cinema and calls it the greatest movie of all time. And some of those people never grow up and they keep saying this is the greatest movie of all time. I would like to say I don't agree that this is the greatest movie of all time, but this is one of my favorite personal thrillers myself. I'm not a big thriller fan, I'll be completely honest. I don't really care for the genre. It just feels like horror movies without consequences. So I like this movie though because it sort of feels like a generic, or not generic, but I would say it feels like the perfect way to sort of introduce that like whole, is he a psycho? Is he not a psycho? Whole plot point. So I think it's really good for that. What about you, Clark?
Yeah, I think it is really interesting. Same as like you said, I watched it in high school because it had that.
Did you think it was? Do you think it's the greatest film?
It's between that and The Godfather. I'm torn. But
you need to talk about the cinematography of this film.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
oh yeah.
It is really cool though. It is fun. It's really funny. But like you said, a lot of people that are drawn to it, I feel like that type of crowd that leans into a little bit too hard, they probably don't understand the message behind this movie.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, everyone can tell it's kind of like a comedy at times, but they don't know it's like a satire and it's making fun of these suits that all look the same, talk the same.
Yeah. I mean, that when it comes down to the film in itself.
Yeah.
The whole thought is, you know what? Because at the end, and I mean, listen, if you ain't watched it yet, what are you doing?
You had 20 years.
Yeah,
25 years.
Grow up, guys.
Exactly.
This is the greatest film in the world. But no, at the end, he does the confession, he does it all, and nothing comes of it. And it kind of just gives you that, like, hey, you know what? He's rich, he's white, he's not going to have no consequences, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody just thinks he's weird, at that point,
I like that interpretation, because I remember reading a long time ago, people kind of, we'll delve into this idea a little bit later in the episode, but people kind of thought that, after he says that the guy's not actually dead, maybe it was all in his head, maybe he all dreamed it up, and it's all subjective, or it's all metaphorical, whatnot. But the director did say that, he definitely is a serial killer at the end of the day, but it's ambiguous, and that's what I like about it.
I agree. I chose this film because I do feel like overall it's a good thriller. I mean, it does have, I was just telling the guys, one of my favorite scenes that really solidifies that he is like a psycho is the fact that they're going over the name card, the business card, and you're like, and he's talking about the prints and the font and the detail in it. And it's just something that is not socially normal. It's not a social norm. He's so detailed in it. I mean, he's kind of what's the world?
He's sort of like creating like a whole mythos behind like you're sizing each other up based on these sort of things like your
like
business
these
cards and all of that.
things,
yeah.
but it's
which is
so much-
probably true in a sense in the real world too, but he takes it to a point where it's like this man's obsessing over nothing.
And I think seeing the obsession, because in any thriller that you watch, there is somebody obsessing over something, a person, a thing, and they're gonna do everything and anything to either correct it or get it, or and that's what makes it. I feel like that's what makes a thriller, is what are they obsessing about and how are they gonna get it. So I think that he wanted to kill people and eat a little bit of their brains. I mean, hey.
God forbid men have hobbies.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we can't do anything fun anymore.
I know, right? Just killing hookers, or coworkers.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think this film, though. Okay, so the cinematography of this film, the acting. I mean, he did such a good job in embracing the psycho killer of like the 80s. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I was gonna think of somebody out there killing that's like a businessman, that's who I would think it would be. Somebody just like that, And
it's nice too because the movie's not like sort of like, is it a true story or is this all in your head kind of thing, which like I feel like every thriller nowadays sort of leans into, but it's the whole will it won't it is more of like, is he actually going to do anything with this psychoness, or is he just like is he stopping at some point and then he goes off the rails,
like shooting police officers and stuff like that. So, I just think that this movie overall, I picked it because out of all thrillers, the most memorable one would have to be this one for me. I remember watching it when I was younger, and I mean, honestly, thrillers scare me just because of the suspense of it and just making it, I don't know, just not knowing. I think that's the biggest thing. This thriller, it scared me when I was little. I rewatched it again. It's not as scary when you're older. Also, so we talked about this earlier. Yesterday, 4/13 was the 25th anniversary of American Psycho.
Yeah, that's right.
And with that, they've also come out and said that they are making another remake of American Psycho.
Can it be, since we're moving like animated movies into live action movies, could this become an animated movie?
Yeah, let's do it.
That would be so awesome.
I think Disney needs to get a hold of this.
Acquire the rights,
Please buy this IP for us, please and thank you.
Yeah, let's do it. I think kids need to see what American Psycho is.
Yeah.
So, what?
I was gonna say, I think it's gonna be interesting. Like Luca Guadagnino is at the helm. He's been a big name recently of Challengers fame.
Yeah.
And I really like him. I think, seeing his interpretation of that story, a gay director working with a gay writer's novel, I think it's gonna expand a lot of those ideas in a way that this film didn't. That I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I think American Psycho was good, and it was good for its time. It came out, early 2000s.
Oh, that'd be 25 years ago. Yeah, it'd be 2000.
2000. So, where we're at now, I think that, like you said, I think it's going to be interesting to see what that looks like in the world of 2025, 2026. Will they have more LGBTQ moments in the film? In the original film, there was some moments.
Yeah,
a little bit. I think that in the society that we were in at that moment, it just still was out the norm, so they didn't use a lot of that, even though it was a gay writer who wrote the novel.
Intentional.
I'll have to read the movie, the book too, because I've never read the book. But yeah, I wonder what all is different about the movie and the book. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we don't talk enough about books.
No, we
should have a book review show.
A book review show, yeah, maybe. I don't know. But not today, though. Yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and rate this sucker. Go ahead, guys.
Ooh. I'm stuck between like an 8 and a 9. I'll be generous. I'll give it a 9 because like it's held up pretty well. It's really funny. It's the commentary. It's it's still important.
Yes.
I enjoyed this a lot. I got a lot more on a rewatch. I hadn't seen it in about 5 years, so yeah, bumped it up for me.
I think I'm going to give this about an 8. I'll give it an 8. I'm going to be calm on ratings today, but I actually, you know what? No, we're going to make it a 9. Last minute decision is final.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to be completely honest with you. Just because of the cult following, I'm not a big fan. I like the movie in itself, but it's not something that I would go automatically to as a thriller. So I'm going to go at 8. I think that it's good. I like William Dafoe. I like Jared Leto in it. But yeah, I think an 8 is a good one for me.
Shout out Jared Leto for once.
I know, for once. All right, cool. We got more films coming up. Hugh, take it away.
Oh, yes. I chose a movie. I chose a movie called Fractured. It was a Netflix, I believe maybe a Netflix original. It came out in 2019. You can find it on Netflix. The movie stars Sam Worthington, Lily Rabe, and Lucy Capri. Let's watch that trailer, guys.
When you get out. It's been hours. You know how much longer it's gonna be?
What was her name again?
Perry Monroe.
I'm not seeing a Perry Monroe. There hasn't been a scan since 9 o'clock this morning.
So what are you telling me?
They're not here.
Got the whole day in front of me. Not finding any Monroe.
I just want to see my wife and daughter.
Do you have any footage?
Don't record in the treatment areas.
They're under the camera. Can't see them because of the chairs. You get a better angle. When you get out.
Well, so that's a movie. It's what I'll say about this movie, it's the thriller movie of all time, I would say. This movie, if you've ever seen a thriller movie with, a guy looking for a woman and their daughter in a hospital, and like, I don't know, I feel like there's 10 different movies this movie's plot could describe.
We're about to talk about another one.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the ultimate the thriller.
Yeah, this is the hallmark of thriller movies.
Yes, this is a hallmark.
It's a hallmark movie of thriller movies. It's so like they come into the hospital together. The guy's with his wife and daughter, and then he passes out and falls asleep in the waiting room. And oh no, they're gone. What could have happened? And he's like.
Something about the organs, they're trying to
they're like
black market the organs.
Basically, that's his running conspiracy. He doesn't trust the hospital or the police, and then they arrest him, and then at the end, like it turns out, he was making it up because he was an alcoholic the whole time.
Yeah.
You didn't see that coming at all. I just...
Don't forget they asked for the copay after the movie was done. Look, Hugh, you usually pick some bangers, okay? This one, I've seen this one.
Best work.
I gotta explain that this movie was recommended to me by my wonderful girlfriend. She's awesome. She has pretty good movie taste. But she likes a lot of like corny stuff sometimes. I feel
is she a Hallmark chick?
No. But she like any kind of thriller. If there is a thriller that exists, there's a chance she's watched it. She just will love all of this other. She should have been on the show instead of me.
Yeah.
Talking about thrillers, but I'm sorry, babe. This movie wasn't it. I'm sorry. We had to talk about it too. She understands.
You had to let her know, like,
talk about
if you're going to give reviews, then they need to be good.
And she's recommended me a lot lot of great movies over the years too, but it's just I'm sorry, it just wasn't it. It's also me deflecting that it's her fault instead of mine for bringing this movie to you guys.
You
so
absolutely
I can't.
did.
I blame you.
You were very quick to be like, hey, Let's watch Fractured.
Yeah, so never mind any of that. I am very sorry, America. Please forgive me. Don't watch this movie. I mean, you watch it if you want. You've probably got Netflix already. You might as well watch something that they make for you. Like, I feel like
now
there's
they're gonna
nothing
go
on
out,
Netflix anymore.
Our viewers are going to go out and they're going to specifically watch this film now that they're going to be
They
just
only
as
watch the bad ones.
disappointed. Honestly, it wasn't a horrible film. Okay, it wasn't horrible. I've seen way worse.
There's better Netflix originals, though. I feel like.
I mean,
even now.
But overall, I mean, the film, I personally wouldn't rate it too low. I think the idea of it is okay. The acting I felt was really good.
Yeah. Like
when you get to the nitty gritty, the good parts are kind of there, but it's not something that I was just like, this is it. This is.
But American Psycho, I feel like the cinematography adds to that story so much more because they go to the bright room and then there's the beige walls and everything looks so plain, but also there's enough light in the room to see everything.
And you could see the details in what. It's
just a dimly lit hospital for 90% of the movie. It might as well have been in black and white. Why even have color?
Listen, I actually watched it at night and I was like, oh shoot, let me turn on the light. Because I couldn't see anything, and then the light was reflecting off of my TV. So I was like, "Oh my god, I can't see it either." I mean,
it's supposed to be like that because his mind it's cloudy and it's dark.
That's
10 out of 10.
That's what the director was going for.
No, it really does just look like every other Netflix original. It looks like it takes place in the Netflix cinematic universe, and it's fine, but.
Exactly. It's fine.
It's incredibly fine. It was designed to be fine. Should we even give it a credit for that?
Listen, it's your average movie. It's not your oh God, I can't. I mean, there's 1,000 other movies.
Yeah, I can't even call it bad. It checks the boxes.
It's painfully mid. Yeah.
It's just
the end had a good little twist to it. I mean.
Yeah,
the whole throw him in the trunk and then he's just like, did it happen? Did it not happen? I don't know. Let's go be married. He thinks he still sees he thinks he still sees his family. I mean, honestly, a little bit of it was really sad though because then once you get to it.
Either way, it sucks. Either way, the daughter or wife are dead because of him, or their organs are being harvested by the deep state. I don't think there's no positive outcome to any of this.
No,
everyone's just sad.
Yeah, and then when you realize that he's driving off and he's just happy, but at the end of the day, nobody survived. His people didn't survive. It's like. Well, dang, that sucks. I mean,
what were we supposed to root for there? American Psycho, you're just kind of wanting to see what happens to this guy because you just spend the whole movie researching him through observation, and then all of a sudden, there's he has a massive shootout with helicopters and stuff.
Yeah.
In this movie, he just charges a hospital, screams, "Where's my daughter?"
There's a shootout. I mean,
he does. He shoots out in the hospital and
helicopter.
There's no helicopter.
No
so
helicopter.
that brought it.
That's what it needed. It needed a helicopter.
But I think for me too, it only had 2 areas: the hospital and then the ditch where the family. It just it didn't have enough. I don't know, scenery. It didn't have enough extra to make it
no flavor.
Yeah, that's what it didn't have any flavor.
It felt like it was.
They just put salt and pepper, and then you was like, "Hey, you know what? Eat this chicken." It wasn't
eat this egg salad. It's eggs and mayonnaise and nothing else.
That's exactly what Netflix made there.
Yeah.
I don't think this movie, like I said, was horrible. I just don't think that it's not top 100. It's not even top 100 for me.
I think we're digging into it a little bit too much. I mean, like I said,
we're putting more effort to criticize this movie than I think it was put in.
The writers put to this movie. Yes, I agree.
No, maybe I shouldn't say that because hopefully they'll hire me one day. But
and then we could have a new
rating.
We could have a new set of generation of kids coming in and talking about how average your next Netflix writing is. So. Overall, though, I think I kind of want to see what these ratings are looking like.
2. I give it 2. I give it 2. Well, actually, no, fine, 3. We'll go 3.
3.
I'll save it 2 in case we do a bad.
Lowballing it, I think, a little bit. Clark?
I'm not too far off. I think it's, on paper, it's interesting that the protagonist, it's revealed that, he's evil. He killed his family due to alcohol. But
alcohol killed his family.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not even a
That's the moral of the
fictionalized story. It feels like something somebody at a bar would just tell you that happened to them when they were younger.
Yeah, it feels like an average person's life.
Yeah.
I accidentally got into an accident and I killed my family.
Yeah.
Let's go have another
We've all
drink.
been there,
Yeah.
But it's the reveal. Like as soon as his family goes missing, you can piece it together so easily, and they don't even try to hide it. So from there, I pretty much checked out. I'm feeling a 4.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna do a little bit better than that. I will go 5. It's average for me. It's nothing too crazy. It's no less, no more. It's in the middle for me. I'm gonna go 5. That's a pretty low ball movie. I don't think we have low ball numbers like that often.
No.
So yeah,
we should do that more. We should be more harsh. But.
Yeah, we should. I feel like we really dug into that movie.
Yeah.
And gave no mercy. But it's okay because we have something coming back up. Clark, you picked a banger.
Oh yeah, good palate cleanser. The golden standard of thrillers, in my opinion. The movie Prisoners, by the master Denis Villeneuve. It stars Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Viola Davis. Words can't describe it. Let's just watch that trailer.
Joy!
Wait, I checked the entire house. They're not here.
Dad, there was this RV, and they were playing on it. We thought there was someone inside.
You wait here. Let me go.
I couldn't find them!
Detective Loki.
Do you have children, detective?
I'm gonna find your daughter.
Show me your hands right now!
You put those girls somewhere, Alex. I know you put those girls somewhere.
He stays in custody until my daughter's found, right?
We have a 48-hour hold on. It ends tomorrow unless we bring charges.
We'll charge him with something.
That boy has never been in trouble, not a day in his life.
Well, this thing's clean. I'd start looking in the woods by the rest stop.
Joy!
Wow, this is one of those movies that 10 minutes to talk about does not do it justice. And before I take up all that time just nerding out about it, I want to hear what you guys thought about this.
I love the shots. I love the shots of this movie. I like how the shots, like in the trailer, are showing how, like, the where they're searching the woods with all the flashlights and stuff like that. There's a really good contrast between dark and light in this movie, and
Yes.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
I completely agree. This movie, when you get so many famous people, and we've talked about this before, and it's just a complete fail. This was not it. Jake Gyllenhaal, Terrence Howard, Viola Davis, who else was in it?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. You're talking about freaking Wolverine, all right?
Yeah.
And I mean, this movie, I cannot. Actually, when you brought it up, I had rewatched it, and I just absolutely loved it. I mean, this movie is an epitome of what a thriller is. I think.
100%, I agree.
Oh my gosh! And just from a parent standpoint, it really just brought me in. Oh my gosh. Imagine your kids being kidnapped and you would go to no ends to find them. And then you have this police officer. I cannot say, I think Jake Gyllenhaal is an underrated actor.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about this before. He played amazing in Brothers, which was also a thriller. In Jarhead, those are the underrated movies, but they are amazing.
Donnie Darko, if you're a Donnie Darko fan.
I'm not a big Donnie Darko fan. Honestly, we could have threw that one in here, but I thought American Psycho would have been a better option. But this movie was just a banger. I know you have 1,000 things to say about it, so go ahead, Clark.
I don't even know where to start. I mean, like you said, it's one of those movies that just grabs you like no other one. And that's what. The best thing I could say about this movie that I tell everyone when I talk about it is that, every time I watch it more, I'm more invested than the last time. And even more so than some movies I see on the first time and I don't know what's happening. And that's such a rare thing. And it's so masterful in every single aspect. What you said about the cinematography.
Yeah.
Sir Roger Deakins, one of many collaborations with Denis Villeneuve. he actually, there's a lot of contrast between the reds and blues, and they did that to kind of mirror the emotions of the character in each scene, you know, which I think is just genius. There's no, I don't even, it's incredible.
I mean, there's no words to this. This is a movie that I highly recommend. You know, just a little idea of what it is. You know, husband and wife, and then they're friends. They're all hanging out. They let their daughters go play. Their daughters get kidnapped. The father, Hugh Jackman, he goes to no end to go find where his kids are. You know, where his daughter and his daughter's best friend are, and a police officer comes, Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's helping them, and they find this kid who was in the RV, and come to find out, guess what? He had nothing. I mean, he's a suspect.
Whoa, spoilers.
I know.
Yeah.
He's a suspect, but he ain't the one. And so Hugh Jackman, the dad, he's like kidnapped this kid, and is like, tell me where my daughters are. And the kid had an accident, and so he can't elaborate on what's going on. And I mean, there's just so many twists and turns in this. When it comes to that couple, and the wife is like all cultish, and like, you know, their son died. I know I'm saying a lot, but you just have to watch the movie. Their son died, and they're like, we have to take children because our son died. You know what I mean? Because you know, for God. And, you know.
Yeah, no, it was really interesting. Like I don't even know if I can't recall. It's been so long since I first saw this. I don't know if I picked it up in the first watch, but that body in Father Maxey's basement.
Yes.
When he was like, he confessed that he killed like 16 children and he would do more. He said that, and something along. I'm not going to quote it verbatim, but he said that it was the war he waged with God. And later on. And whenever she's trapping Keller under the Trans Am in her backyard, she mentions like, and you see through the photo, he's got the maze necklace, and that's when like Detective Loki's like, okay, something's up. Like this is not.
Yeah.
Like he's piecing it all together in his head.
Yeah.
And she mirrors that. She said, ever since my husband disappeared, I've had to slow down. But you know, they were in on it together. And the missing kid that Detective Loki. You know, he was following up similar cases, and the woman who lost her child, that ended up being Alex Jones, kidnapped by the lady. Yeah, it was just, I was like, whoa, it's crazy.
It had so many moving parts, but those moving parts went together so well.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you can get lost in so many different, like, I don't want to say plots, but you can get lost in so many parts of this movie. But the way that they directed it, it was so well put together. It just was a fine oiled machine. I mean, this film, you know why I think I like this film so much? It was because I didn't know what was going to happen next, and there wasn't enough
100%.
clues for me to be like, oh, this is what's going to happen next. Whereas thrillers, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
You're thinking, okay, what's the next move here? Oh, this is probably going to happen. But then you watch this film, and it's like, oh, shoot, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? So,
speaking of little clues, I want to touch on something, because this is like if I had to guess, like 7th time I've seen this. And something I just picked up on, which I'm kind of ashamed that it took me this long, but one little like visual clue is when Detective Loki's like looking through Alex's belongings. He finds a toy RV, and you know, he kind of pushes it, and as he does, and it lines up perfectly in the foreground with the lady, and that's kind of like the hint that she was the one behind it.
Oh my god!
There's just like little things like that. It lands. It's so many like subtle little direction from Denny that upon rewatch it's so rewarding.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go watch it again, because this is a film that you can watch again, and then if you start paying attention to the detail.
That's what I'm most excited for. After seeing this for the first time, I was sort of like shocked by it. I was like, oh, okay, I need to watch that back.
It's not something you can throw on at any point, though. It is very dark.
Yeah,
you know,
very dark.
When I call this my favorite movie, it's definitely not a comfort movie. Like,
no.
Oh, it also have you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, this one gives me a little anxiety. You know, I feel a little heart palpitations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it is an edge of your seat type of film. Me personally, I don't like to watch thrillers at night. This isn't a night movie for me. You know what I mean? So
it's a good Thanksgiving family for the movie, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that same as Fractured. They're both Thanksgiving movies.
Oh yeah.
Are they? They both came out during Thanksgiving?
Or not, it takes place around that time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's interesting.
There you go. Save it for November. Yeah.
Yeah. Be thankful for.
Get the whole family together, sit around, and
watch it through.
Just be anxious for almost 3 hours.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? We have Easter coming up, and we are getting together. This might be a good film to watch on Easter.
We should watch Hop next week.
Oh.
We should review Hop.
Wow.
Yeah. That would
Remember
be a good
that
one.
movie? Yeah. Is there another Easter movie?
I don't know.
I can't think.
No, I think that's all of them.
That's all of them.
Yeah, just about.
Okay. Yeah. But all right. That let's rate it. Okay.
Okay.
I have a feeling where we're going with this, but I'll go ahead and
8.
8?
8. I mean, like, okay, I can't. I automatically deduct 2 points.
Clark is like, yeah.
I automatically deduct 2 points for it being a thriller movie, but that's the only thing I fault it for.
Here, let me go mine first. This is a solid 10. When we were talking about these movies, I told Clark right off the back, this was top tier movie for me in this week. This film right here, this was it. Top tier. It's going 10 across the board for me on this movie.
Nice.
Clark?
It's all right, like a 5.
You are such a liar.
We'll see you next week. I'm just kidding. I couldn't think of anything else when we thought of this idea. It's what I've claimed to be my favorite movie. The day I watched it like 6 years ago. So
really?
It's made Denis Villeneuve my favorite filmmaker ever since. I can't recommend it enough. It's not for the faint of heart, but if you're looking for some rancid vibes, it's exactly what you need. That being said,
I mean,
10.
it's a strong compliment. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, yeah. 10.
Except for Hugh. You couldn't make it a 10 across the board because
no, I'm sorry. I can't.
It's big as
fuck. Oh, you know what? Fine. Give you a 9, so you guys will leave.
We don't need your pity.
Yeah, we don't need your pity point. You know what? I just want to say this. And the ending was so satisfying. You know what I mean? Because then it all just came together.
Oh yeah, it's like kind of. He hears the whistle. He's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But anyways, let's not kill it. Hey, you guys go watch this movie. Thank you guys for watching this episode of The Verdict. Make sure to tune in next week for another episode. We'll see you then.